Hey, Stroke Steve back with you again. Welcome back to Stroke Steve RV Life. Today I want to talk about depression and stroke. So basically I'm just talking to stroke survivors around the world. And I just want to talk about my particular stroke. I had a brain aneurysm on May 21st, 2015. And was in the hospital for, ICU for almost a week, and then they shipped me over to the rehab center where they teach you how to walk and talk and just get back to dressing yourself and things like that with one hand, because they say I lost the use of this left hand and arm, and I couldn't walk, I couldn't get out of the bed except to a wheelchair. They call it transfer from the bed to the wheelchair, then from the wheelchair back to the bed. But while I was there in rehab, one thing they don't teach you, they teach you speech therapy on how to learn how to talk again. They teach you occupational therapy, which teaches you how to step up steps and step down steps, hold it on, and teach you how to put your socks on and your shirts on with one hand. One thing they don't teach you is they don't teach you the depression you're going to get when you get home. So when I got home after being there a month, I was in a wheelchair for a few months, and you know, everybody tells you, oh, you'll be back to normal within a year. So within a year you'll be back to your normal old self. At least that's what I was told. Every stroke is different. Some people are back to normal after 2 months, which I don't understand, but that's just the way it is. I mean, people have different experiences with stroke, and like I say, mine's almost at 4 years. And when I got home, you know, I kept thinking, okay, within a year I'm going to be good. But then I was up every morning trying to get up out of my chair, and what makes it hard is you have to go to the bathroom still and have to have somebody there to wheel you to the bathroom. That makes it really tough. But I end up, after being home a year, realizing that, hey, I'm not normal yet, and I'm not back to my old self. I realized that, hey, I need to maybe join a gym. So I did join a gym, and I was driving within a year, thank God. I could, and I was walking a little bit with a cane. Well, with my quad cane, I got out of the chair finally every day, and I walked over to, I have a banister in my house, which I'd walk up and down my banister all day for hours, just trying to get my foot in front of the other and just move and just keep balance. I'd watch TV standing up so I could keep balance. I realized after a year I wasn't getting back to where I was, which really depressed me a lot. Then I joined a gym, and then I realized I went to the gym every day, and heck, half the time I'd go to the gym and cry, because I'd think about, oh, I'm supposed to be back to normal by now, and it wasn't happening. So I just want to let you know that you stroke survivors out there, just be patient. I mean, I did get better. I mean, I can walk better now without a cane. I mean, as well as I can. I still can't use my left arm, my left hand. I still can't move my toes on my foot, my left foot. But hopefully that'll all come back someday. But depression is the biggest thing they don't tell you about. Then I'd go to my doctor and tell him about it, and he finally put me on a pill called Lexapro. I think it was called Lexapro, which helped. And then after a year of being on Lexapro, I finally told him that I wanted to get off of it, because I mean, I don't want to be on pills for the rest of my life on stuff like that. That I was feeling a lot better, and he told me, do not cut them out of your life completely. So now I take one every other day, just to kind of keep it in my system, so I don't cry. I mean, I'd be talking to people at the gym, in the middle of my talking to them, I start to cry a little bit, and yeah, that just got to me, and I just wanted to be happy. And after about 2 years of being like this, that's why I started, about a little over 2 years ago, I started growing my beard, because I kept telling my family, my boys, hey, I'm not shaving until I could actually run down the street and back, which it's not happening anytime soon. I started growing my beard. That was like a challenge to myself, and also just the convenience of not having to shave every day was nice, because everything's one-handed. I get dressed one-handed, I shave with one hand, I shower with one hand, but it's hard to wash good when you only have one hand. What I'm trying to get at is, like I say, every stroke is different, and you're going to find depression when you get out. It's one thing I wish they would have warned me when I was in the hospital, that, hey, you know what, you're going to have some problems mentally, and you're just going to have to deal with it and just get through it. I used to go out and walk to my mailbox every day with my cane. It'd take me forever to get down there, and I had to take a little bag with me so I could load all my mail in a bag. But there were times when I was walking through the mailbox telling God, God, why didn't you just take me when you had the chance? Just, why did you let me be like this? I don't understand, but you know what? I don't have it as bad as a lot of people. A lot of people have it worse than I do. Yeah, the experience of my stroke, being picked up that day by the ambulance and taken out to the ambulance and taken to the hospital, I know I died that day, because I remember after I'm laying on the ground, after I rolled out of bed about 5:30 in the morning, I hit my head coming down out of my bed, and I was talking to my wife at that time, and I was like slurring my words, and I was like, I sound like I'm drunk. I didn't know what was going on, but I felt I left my body that day and looked at myself being wheeled out of the house, and I remember thinking, oh my God, this is death. It's not too bad. Dying's not that hard. I was very comfortable, and it was very calming effect. It wasn't like, oh my God, I'm in pain or anything. I was like calm and just, it was like, hey, I don't feel bad at all. I can't believe this is death, which God spared me for a reason, I think. And most of my reason, I think, for my 3 boys are still at home. And speaking of my boys, my 14-year-old, he's going to be leaving for Washington, D.C. for a week or so with his school. They're going on a field trip to Washington and New York. And he's my editor and my photographer, so I may not put out a video for a while, so I don't know. It'll be a while, but thanks for coming and watching me again. I just want to get out to all the stroke people out there that, yeah, you're going to be depressed, and you know what? Everybody's different, and don't be jealous. I mean, it's like, I got on Facebook and I joined a bunch of stroke groups, but God, I was so jealous reading some of the stories, because some people be like, oh, I was in the hospital for a month, and I was near death, and gosh, I was out of the hospital, and then before I knew it, I was out back to the gym, CrossFit gym, and running, and jumping, and climbing. I mean, I can't even climb the back ladder of my motorhome to get up on the roof to see what it looks like. My boys have been up there. I haven't been up there. I hope someday to be able to climb a ladder and go up there and check it out. I know I have one solar panel on top, but eventually when I start getting really out there and camping, I might try to get maybe some more panels put on top. Say, I can't do it myself, so I definitely have to pay somebody to do it. Hey, and I decided on the name of my RV. I'm going to call her Lucy George. And I got a shout out for Trent Tracy for voting for George. Most of the people, my daughter's friends, called and told them, hey, tell your dad to name it Lucy. So most of my votes were for Lucy, and Trent was the only one that voted for George. So I'll call her Lucy George. My boys tell me it's kind of a weird name. But everybody take care and be healthy, and don't let your stress and your high blood pressure mount up. Just try to keep calm, which I try. I try my best to keep calm and relax, which is tough. Like I say, I probably won't have a video for a while because my son's going to be gone. And heaven forbid I can get my other 2 boys to help me out. They don't want nothing to do with this YouTube channel. Well, a little one, he's 11. He's got his own YouTube channel, Jackson Shepherd Pranks or something like that. I don't know, but heck, he's got more views and subscribers than I do. But he's had it for quite a while, and like I say, I'll be gone for a little bit. Thanks for watching and listening to me. And if you have any questions about any stroke stuff that I can answer, just comment in the box below, or the comments, whatever it is, and I'll do my best to see if I can answer you. Okay, Steve out. Stroke Steve out.